All right, graphing systems of equations. When we're graphing systems, we want to remember slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And that b is where we begin, our y-intercept. And that m is how we move, that's our slope. So that's rise over run. And I'll do an example. So if we had y equals 1/2 x minus 2, then we would begin at -2. And the reason I did it there, down 2, is because that's on the y-axis. It's called our y-intercept. And then the 1/2, that 1/2 for my slope, it's rise over run. So if it rises +1, the positive y values are up there, the negative y values are down there, so I'm going to go up 1. And if it runs +2, the positive x's are over here to the right, the negative x's are over there to the left, so I'm going to do right 2. So from this point, our starting point, we go up 1, right 2, and put another point. Up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. And then the opposite of going up 1, right 2 is if we were going down 1, left 2. So in other words, just finish out the same pattern, that you see, and it should make a straight line. So down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2. And you should have a beautiful straight line if you are doing this correctly. All right. And let's say we were trying to find where that intersected with the graph x equals 2. Well, x equals 2 is always going to be 2. This is not in slope-intercept form, so it's always 2. And the x-axis, look at the x-axis, it's always horizontal. So that means it's always, since that's +2, it's always to the right 2 of the origin. So right 2, right 2, right 2. It doesn't matter what our ordered pair is, the x value is always a 2. So for instance, it could be 2, 4, 2, 1. It's always going to be a 2x value. So that's always going to be right 2 going straight up and down. And the solution for that system is going to be where they intersect. So where do these two lines intersect? Well, check it out. It's right there. And that ordered pair is right 2, down 1, so it's 2, -1 would be your solution. All right, let's try another one. If we had y equals -3 x plus 1 and y equals -2, and we wanted to see where those crossed, then we would graph I'm going to graph the y equals -2 first. So that means y is always -2. So it's always down 2 from the origin. So I just go down 2. And that y value is always going to be -2. So it could be like 1, -2 could be an ordered pair, 2, -2, and so forth. So anything that has a -2 y value. So then the y value is always -2, so it's always down 2. So that's a horizontal line at down 2. And then the -3x plus 1, I'm going to rewrite that one. We have our slope is -3 over 1, and our b, that's our y-intercept, is 1. So y-intercept is where on the y-axis does it go? And that would be up 1 since it's +1. If that would have been a -1, we would have put it at down 1. That's where we begin. And then the m is how we move. So -3 over 1, we're going to write it as down 3, right 1. The reason that is because the rise is negative and the run is positive. So a negative rise goes down, so down 3 units, and then a positive run is right. So down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1. We can also go up 3, left 1. And you should be able to see where that crosses. It's going to be at this spot right here, which is 1, negative 2. And that wraps up graphing systems.